Today, I'm in the Great Hall at Edinburgh Castle. This room is really amazing. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, I didn't know you could get those anymore. So this is an Edinburgh Castle, and I know that you already knew that. It's just a room with a green screen. Yeah, and also tell her she makes a mean macaroni. Ow. Oh, sorry, dude. Should we go again? He interrupted me. Hey, can we also lose the wig, please? So one thing I want to talk to you today about is my Patreon page. I just got it set up recently, and it is a way for you to be a part of this channel. I want to invite you, officially, to join me on Patreon. If you want, you can pause the video right now, click on that little button, and go to my Patreon page. Take a look. Glad you're here today. Thanks for watching. I've been looking for something for a while now. Something special. A book. A special book. A book on castles. Now, you know there are tons of books on castles on the market. In fact, I have quite a few volumes. There's so many different types of castle books on my shelves, I grabbed a few for comparison. Some are the coffee table type, big glossy pictures, underwhelming shots of ruins. Some other books are illustrated with a high degree of detail and provide the history, who built it and when. And many others, mostly children's books, give you a sense of what it might have been like to live in a castle. But I'm not just looking for any book. I am looking for the book. I feel like I've bought enough castle books, over the years that I'm in a position to say whether one is better than another. And also I've sort of developed a set of criteria to judge these books. So, let's ask the question.
We must all ask ourselves, what is the greatest castle book?
So yes, I do get pretty excited about castle books. I can't help it. Let me just break down the criteria as easily as possible, as simply as possible. I want a single volume, preferably, that you could take to architects and planners, gather a group of people and say, this is your only source. Build me the castle. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to describe how they're made, why they're made that way, maybe throw in a little bit of history, that's always nice, and I want it to be period accurate. I want it to be historically accurate. Well, I've got one for you today. Now this is, I feel like, a book that meets most of the criteria. This is called The Medieval Fortress, Castles, Forts, and Walled Cities of the Middle Ages. And it's written by J.E. Kaufman and H.W. Kaufman, illustrated by Robert M. Jurga. I put a link in the description so you can find it really easily. You may want to check out this book if you also have an interest in castles. Maybe I should start with what this book doesn't do very well, and that would be the photographs. I'm not sure exactly why they've included photographs on this type of paper. A lot of the photographs are very grainy, they're hard to see, just not very good. What is exceptional about this book are the illustrations. There's so many illustrations. I was thinking of counting them, but then I was thinking there's probably well over 1,000. There's so many different things that this illustrator does here very well. And basically, this goes back to what I said was really important to me. I want to be able to take this book and really understand the ins and outs of a castle. I want to understand how it was made. The first thing that caught my eye was just the loopholes. And when you see all those different loopholes there, so many different types and styles, and how did these develop, and how were they used, and then you have the scale there with a soldier at the loophole, or an archer, and you can see just really well what's going on there. And that's the point. I mean, we want to understand how these work, and the scale and the size, the different types. If you give me a castle book and it has one example of a castle, you see it from one angle, you really don't get a sense of what it was like. I mean, you can see that it was massive, and you can see the way it looked now, actually, because these are photographs, but you don't really get a sense of how was it built, what did it look like originally. Now, I have to say that some of the history is just a little bit sparse, but you'd have to have more than 300 pages probably to get any richer history. I wish I could show it to you page by page and just discuss everything I'm seeing here, but really can't do that for obvious reasons. If you check out this book, you might feel like this isn't the book. There might be another book. I would love to find out what that book is. If you feel like you know of the best castle book, the very best, let me know. I'm so interested to find out what you think, and maybe also what you think about this book. Is it as good as I'm telling you it is? So check this out if you want. Thanks for watching today, guys. I will talk to everybody later.